Hi guys, today I want to talk about something that I feel like affects my generation more than any generation before, and that's perfectionism. And it's something that I've wrestled with for many years. The feeling that I have to be perfect in order to be good enough. And perfectionism is a very deceiving term because being perfect sounds like a good thing. But perfectionism is just another name for procrastination. Because when you're trying to strive for perfection, you're not doing anything because you can never reach a standard of perfection. So you're just procrastinating. And when you're procrastinating, you're not getting anything done. And you're just staying where you are. And I think people with perfectionism struggle the most because people with perfectionism tend to have such high standards for themselves. They want a great life for themselves. They're very ambitious people. But that their output does not reflect the reality that they want to create. So in their mind, they've got these dreams and goals of living life on their terms, living a free life, whatever that looks like. But because they're not getting any output at all, because they've got a standard that they can never attain, they're not doing anything or making any steps towards the vision. And what happens then is they beat themselves up because they're not making the steps that they want to make in order to get to their goals. And this is something I've wrestled with, and it's something that I'm still wrestling with today. I feel like you don't just learn a lesson overnight and then you've learned it. You keep making the same mistakes and then you're forced to learn the same lesson over and over again. Letting go isn't something you do once. You've got to do it every day. For example, with this video, this is my 5th take. And I'm just trying to embrace slipping up on this video. And the thing about perfectionism is that no one else is expecting that standard for ourselves. We're the judge and the juror. We're the person saying, I expect this of myself, otherwise it's not good enough. And anything short of that is not good enough. So we're the people placing harsh standards and expectations on ourselves. No one else is. So I think that's an important point to recognise, is that you are the person who decides what is enough. You can decide that imperfect action is enough. You can decide that 3 hours work in a day is enough. That's your choice. I think what holds us back from making those choices and building up slowly and not expecting perfection is this fear that we're going to fail, this fear that we're not doing enough to get to where we want to. But the truth is when we expect the world, when we expect such high standards, we're not even reaching what imperfect action would reach. We're staying put because we're procrastinating, and then we're self-sabotaging. We're engaging in numbing behaviours, gambling, alcohol, porn, eating, not being aligned to our true selves, saying things that are not aligned to us. So the best thing to do is to just take action, imperfect action, and to be comfortable with failure and reframe failure, not seeing failure as failure, seeing failure as feedback, as a opportunity to learn and grow. And also to see that when you do slip up, when you do expect perfection from yourself, and you do judge yourself harshly, and you do engage in self-sabotaging behaviour, to be okay with that and to accept that it's part of the process, part of the journey is to slip up and relapse into old habits, and to give yourself self-compassion. Because we all slip up. And one of the biggest lessons I've learned this year is that when I feel like that, when I feel low, that's when I need the most self-compassion. And if you can give yourself self-compassion in those moments, when you're not acting in alignment with yourself, that's when it matters. And that's more likely to stop you from repeating those habits that don't serve you. So that's perfectionism in a nutshell for me. And my advice for myself and for you, if you're watching, is to just be okay with learning again and again, learning the same lessons again and again, not expecting high standards from yourself, and just building up over time. Because when you start low, momentum will pick up, and then you will get results that you will have not foreseen. Cheers for watching.